ladies and gentlemen, it is Jay.
Good morning, all you cool cats and gutter rats out there in Radio Land. It's once again Ray and Jay talking about pop culture the only way you like it in the morning. How we doing, Ray?
I'm good. How are you, Jay?
I'm okay.
What's new?
Nothing. Just got
You
back.
okay?
I'm okay. I just got back from vacay.
Oh, yeah. Where'd you go?
I went to Jamaica.
Oh, what, last week?
Yeah.
Oh, you said you just...
Jeez.
Oh, I thought you got back this morning. You said
No.
you just got back. That
Wow.
kind of usually means...
I think a week later, you're still allowed to say, I just got back.
Oh, okay.
Because, I got back on Thursday, and it's
Sure.
only
Almost a
Wednesday.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost a week. And so yeah, I was on vacation. It was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do? Anything fun?
Yeah, we drank all the rum in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Glass bottom boats out on the ocean, poolside. It was just you ate all the food.
All the food?
All the food. It was just.
I read
amazing.
about that on CNN.
Yeah, all the food's
CNN.com.
gone.
All the food's gone
All
in
the
Jamaica.
food is gone.
That
in
was
Jamaica.
you.
We did it.
Oh,
yeah, we
nice.
made the news. It was fantastic. No, I give Jamaica 2 thumbs up. Love to go back.
Did you watch any movies while you were there?
Not
Did you
while I
have
was
time?
there.
No.
No.
Just curious.
You know what was weird? They had TV. We barely watch TV at all. But like when we were just chilling in the room, I would put it on. But all their channels were all messed up. Like the guide wouldn't tell you exactly what was on, so you had to it was roulette.
Oh.
It'd be like, oh, what's on the History Channel? Oh, it says this, but this is on.
Wow, that's kind of fun.
It was. I don't know how much fun it was, but there was like 3 channels that I watched. It was like the History Channel and the Science Channel, and and I tried to watch like local news. That was about it.
I tried last time I was in Aruba.
Yep.
I like chilling in the hotel once in a while.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you gotta
Relaxing.
relax, yeah.
And I started watching Seinfeld. It was like the all Seinfeld channel.
Yes.
And it did not hold up. And I
What?
was not that show does
Really?
not hold up at all.
I mean, I still laugh hysterically at when I do watch them. I haven't watched an episode in a very long time. I'm not gonna lie.
It's weird.
I know. I mean, I know they're all jerks. That's just the fact.
Well, they all work at the jerk store.
Yes, they called. They're out of view.
Hey, Friday we went to the movies
We
together.
did. That I got back from vacation. The first thing I did was call you and say, "Let's go to the movies."
It's just like Annie. Let's all go to the movie. No,
Yes.
it was something else.
Andy.
Yeah, there's a song about going to the movies.
It's a hard knock life, right?
Anyway, so we went to the movies. We saw Super Troopers 3.
Yes, we did.
I did reach out to Paul Soder to not ask him for an interview, but just congratulate him on a fantastic movie. I have not heard back from him yet.
He'll get back to you.
But he's a guy that I've talked to 3 or 4 times over the last 20 years.
Yeah,
I
you
talked
guys.
to Heffernan too early on when the first one came out.
Yeah, I know that you guys have had a relationship. You've tried to keep somewhat of a relationship with all the Broken Lizard guys. You want to reach out. You've met them all at one point in time.
No,
not all of them?
I haven't met any of them really. Just over Zoom and over the phone.
That's meeting. In my opinion, that's meeting. And basically, you guys are best friends.
We're all best friends.
Yeah.
In my head though, if they
Yes.
ever came around, we would all become best friends.
I think so. I think we would hang out at the bar. We would share an app, and best friends.
Absolutely. So what'd you think?
I thought it was great, but here's the deal.
Oh, you
I
had
think
time to think about it.
Well, yeah, I think this was a Broken Lizard comedy much more than a Super Troopers movie, which is absolutely fine. And it's just because Super Troopers 1, Super Troopers 2 really focused on them being troopers.
That is true.
And this one focused more on the comedy. This was all about Farva marrying Thorny's sister and Thorny wanting to stop that from happening. So the majority of the movie is that. It's just straight up comedy gold between Farva and Thorny.
Yeah.
And that's what made this movie. And then you sprinkled in Super Trooper stuff, which of course they always have to have drugs and high speed chases and that's what makes it great. But that's why I say it's more of a Broken Lizard comedy than it is a Super Troopers movie.
Yeah, the first one was all highway. All state. I'm all
My
highway.
way
baby.
or the highway. That's
I'm
what it
all
was.
highway.
Yeah.
It was all about that. This one had a story.
Yep.
And you know what? I thought it was better than the second one. I've only seen the second one once or maybe twice.
I personally like the second one better just because, once again, this is Super Troopers, straight up, them as cops, doling out justice. And that's what, and the mix of the Canadian cast
that was
was
good.
just genius in the the second one. This one, again, I think 2 and 3 were completely equal in my book for comedy-wise. I just like the second one a little better because of more Super Troopers.
This one had Andrew Dismukes from SNL on it. He was fantastic as the new rookie.
Yes.
And it also had Nate Faxon, who is in the second one, I believe, right? Was Nate in the second one? He was the chief in this one, or the captain.
Yeah, I don't remember. You know what? I want to go back and watch the second one again just because I haven't watched it in probably about a year.
He was amazing.
Yes.
His His scrommit was so good. He's funny in anything he's in.
Yes.
So he added to it. And then Brian Cox came back.
Brian Cox had a huge part in it, if you ask me. I thought he was going to have a cameo, but he had a big part in it. And he was, anytime he walked on screen, I'm like, yeah!
And from what I understand, I saw a few interviews. He's a guy that just wouldn't go away. And they said at one point, I don't know if it was this movie or maybe the second one, he wasn't paid to be there.
Come on.
Maybe they were joking around, but they said, Brian wasn't even paid. He just came, and all he did was give us a hard time throughout the entire filming process.
I hope that is true, because that is awesome. It's the bonds that you make when you actually, film in different movies. And that can easily happen, that you're just like, I love this cast, I love this crew, I love these guys, I want to be part of this. You're doing a sequel, you're doing another sequel, of course I'm going to be in it.
Yeah. But as far as a second sequel, they did pretty good.
I agree. No, this was straight up. I get 2 thumbs up. I thought it was fantastic.
I'd happily welcome the next one.
I really hope they do, and there's no reason not to. It's funny because Super Troopers 1 was lightning in a bottle. It was like it shocked everyone that it was just that good.
Totally independent. Yep. Nobody knew who Broken Lizard was.
No, they were a comedy troupe. They had done Puddle Jumper prior to, which was a fun little indie comedy.
Yeah, but you didn't know about that until
I watched Super Troopers.
Out.
Yeah. And then I went back and watched Puddle Jumper, which is just it's a college comedy, and it's actually really funny. But you can see where they get their all their jokes and all their just everything from it. And if you watch the evolution of Broken Lizard, you can see them just leaps and bounds getting so much better, acting wise, writing wise. These guys are awesome.
They're not your traditional actors.
No.
They do other things, and you see them pop up in other shows and movies. But originally, they were just a comedy troupe at a college, and then they started making movies, and somebody gave them some money, and they made Super Troopers, which again was amazing for what it is, and it holds up after 25 years.
I think almost all their comedies hold up. I even love stuff like Quasi, because that was their attempt.
One I couldn't get into.
It was just their attempt at doing Monty Python, and I was in that mindset, and I'm like, I love it, because they were trying to do Monty Python, and they did it justice, I think.
Tacoma FD is a great show.
I am waiting for Tacoma FD. Came out of nowhere as well. They're like, we're going to do this, and I was like, is it going to be kind of a bland comedy? No, it is going to be a rated R comedy. It's basically firefighters if it was Super Troopers, and they brought in a whole new cast with them, and everyone is awesome in that. Please, please, please make a Tacoma FD movie. That would be fantastic.
Kevin Heffernan and Steve LeMay star in that, and then the other guys pop in here or there. I heard they're making a movie.
I hope I don't know. I so hope
I would love to see Beer Fest 2 or Pot Fest or Weed Fest, whatever they called it. They are getting older.
Oh my God, they're so much older. You could tell. One of the greatest lines. I don't know if I'm going to say it right, but are we not the cool guys in our own movie anymore?
Oh, yeah.
It's so just like, no, we're not. We're cool.
She's also his ex, Paul Soder's ex in the movie is saying something like, "Ooh, he's like 20 years old. Why would you ever sleep with a 20-year-old?" And he's like, "Yeah, why would you do that?" But age was brought up in this movie, so it made sense. I see them doing a movie someday, 10, 20 years from now, in a senior living facility.
Be genius.
The 5 of them trying to get out of a senior living facility.
I hope so.
And I think it should involve aliens.
I was just going to say that they have not tackled aliens yet, and I'd really like them to do that.
How about Broken Lizard in space?
Yeah, sure.
Come on.
Sign me up.
All right. We spent a lot of time on that. What else?
Well, that's because it was important.
It was.
It was very important.
Go see it, folks. You'll love it. And Molly, I forced her to watch the first one. She's never seen the second one, but she really thoroughly enjoyed the third one, knowing a ton about them.
And I think for the for the layperson, you're going to enjoy it if you're just on a comedic level.
Yeah.
Like I said, Super Troopers 1 and 2 really focused on them being cops. This one's just focuses on the comedy. And that's why I think it was so enjoyable.
But I do think you need to know about their relationships.
Yes.
You need to know that Rabbit
Oh,
was
you need to know at least the first one.
Yeah. Rabbit was the rookie.
Yep.
And you got to know who Favre is, and his issues and his relationship with Thorny. Steve LeMay, his Mac. What's his name in the movie?
He's Ramathorn.
No, Steve LeMay.
Oh, he's Mac.
Mac, yeah.
Yep.
You got to know how crazy he is. And yeah, anyway. All right. Let me tell you about a movie I watched with John Ritter recently. And I think it may have been a made-for-TV movie.
Okay.
It's called Unforgivable. And it was the early 90s. And he plays an abusive father and husband.
Okay.
John Ritter.
And he does not usually do this kind of role.
It's so bad.
Oh, was it a stretch for him?
I you know what? I will say he's really good. I saw this on Tubi, by the way.
Yep.
Unforgivable. He abuses his wife, and it was one of the wives from Parenthood. Anyway, with Rick Moranis' wife from Parenthood. And he abuses his wife, verbally abuses everybody, and he finally leaves. And then he abuses his girlfriend, where she presses charges and says,
Good.
Well, she said, no, she says, I'm not going to press charges if you go get help at this club that I know of. Like
the Regal Beagle.
Yeah. He has to go to the Regal Beagle and get drunk.
Yep.
So he meets with this group of guys who abuse their loved ones. And over the course of a couple of years, they teach him how to repress his anger.
Huh.
Throw it down.
Yeah.
Don't deal with it.
So
but
it can explode.
Bury it deep down inside. If you start getting upset, just count to 3 or say time out in your head, time out. So he learns to push it all down and not push his wife.
Huh.
Yeah. It's based on a true story. It's one of the weirdest, cringiest movies I've ever seen. And I sat through the whole thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
So no Janet, no Chrissy.
No, sorry.
Oh, that's
all right,
too bad.
What do you got?
I watched a Tubi original. That would be Water Park Shark.
Oh,
and
yeah, I
that
skipped that
was
one.
You shouldn't, Ray, because that was a fun ride. I thought it was going to be horrible. Who was it? It had Baywatch's, who's the blonde guy? They're all blonde. No, but who's the blonde guy that's just like jacked?
His name is probably Bryce or something.
No. You know him though. It's like
Brent?
David Chocheki.
Oh, Chocheki.
You know him though.
Chickenen.
It's like one of those names.
Chickawana.
It's something like that. But you immediately know him from Baywatch, and that's why they got him, because they can say, oh, so and so from Baywatch is in it. This is a ridiculous movie where sharks get into the water park through an outlet in the ocean. There's also this weird like chemical energy that's happening, so the sharks are like mutating into weird sharks, and people are dying, and they need to save everyone from not dying. So they've got to save everyone in the park before it's too late. This is over the course of usually this is over the course of like a day, but this is over the course of like almost a week, where this continues to happen, and they finally do something about it.
I think they'd figure it out in
You'd
day
think
one.
so, but they didn't.
How long did the park stay open?
I mean, until they closed it. Like I said, it was like a week that then finally they shut it down to make sure.
Oh, really? So they didn't shut it down on day one and then deal with it for a week. They just waited.
No, surprisingly, like people died and there wasn't a lot of evidence. I don't know where the evidence went, but there would be like there'd be a swimsuit in there, and all the blood was there the night before. But now the blood is. I guess they had a good filtration system because the blood and guts and viscera were all gone.
Where did the sharks hide?
They didn't. They went back out to the sea.
It's connected.
It's connected. There was like a little portal that they could get in and out of, and that there was just a little screen that was keeping the sharks out, but the sharks got in because they found a way through. Life finds a way, Ray, and that's what they did. It was for a shark in a water park movie. It was pretty damn fun.
Listen to what you just said.
I know. Well, listen to the name, Water Park Shark. So anytime music came on, I just kept turning into a song, Water Park Shark, Water Park Shark, and I just kept going with it. It was a fun movie.
Yeah, I mean, as far as water park genre movies go, that was a good one.
Yes, and that's not even the first one. I watched a couple of weeks ago, Aqua Slash, and that was another one.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed Aqua Slash too, man. No, not I enjoyed.
I don't think they made a second one.
Yes, I was going to say also. I hope they make an Aqua Slash too, because I would watch that.
I just rewatched a lot of movies. Oh, you know what I did watch that was new was two. Okay, The Last House, which is I think on Netflix.
That sounds familiar.
And it's about everything goes down and people get locked into in their house.
Watched it.
You did, okay?
Yeah,
it's a slow burn.
It is.
It's a drama / sci-fi, I would say.
Yep.
The acting was great. You're fully invested once you get to know the family and they can't get out and you're like, what is going on? You don't want to leave this movie. And then it gets a little bonkers towards the end.
It does. So it starts off very simple. It rains one day, and as it starts raining, people notice that they can't get out of their house. No matter how hard they try, they're breaking the windows, but you realize pretty quickly it's the water that's keeping them in. And, this doesn't really freak them out as much as I thought it would. They just kind of like, oh, well, let's go about our business. Let's do what we do, and then tomorrow we'll go outside again.
Sure.
And it just built up after. It was a very slow burn.
Yeah.
Very slow burn. And
I thought it was well made, though.
It was well made, but then it got sci-fi, and it's the rules, Ray. Remember how we talk about rules?
Yeah.
And I just need some solidified rules as to what's going to happen. And when they don't give me solid rules, when they just kind of go all higgly wiggly with those rules, I get annoyed because then as the viewer, you don't know what they need or need not to do. Mm-hmm. So you're not sure if they're doing the right thing, or they're trying to do the right thing, or they're doing the completely wrong thing. And then when it got to the end, I was just baffled. I'm like, wait, what was that? So I can't get the end is giving away way too much.
Okay, we won't give away the end, but I think the whole idea with this movie was
humanity.
Humanity. But I've brought this up before, actually. I have spoken these words. What if aliens don't come from outer space?
Sure.
What if they come from the ocean? Because we don't know a lot about the ocean.
We don't.
There's a huge part of the ocean that we haven't explored yet. So what if the aliens are below us and not above us?
There's a kraken down there, Ray, and he's just messing around, having a good time, waiting to come up above.
What if fish are aliens?
Right.
We don't.
I'm pretty sure that octopuses are aliens. They've already made that in many a movie and TV show that octopuses are aliens. They're just annoyed because, they're living in the ocean. They can't really do much.
Yeah, and if you think about it, fish have been around for 200 years, 300 years, and
maybe
we don't know anything about them.
We should get to know them better? Is that what you're saying?
Really quickly, I watched Battleship, which is an amazing, I'm sorry, but Battleship is an amazing action movie.
Yeah.
Based on the board game, folks.
It's just silly that that's what it's based on.
There's a few things that pop up. I mean, it's not like a true story based on the board game.
That's too bad.
Like the bombs that they toss out to the ships look like the pegs, and then at one point they're following like, oh, he's at A16, A17, all right, shoot, and then there was a battleship reference and all that. But
you sank my battleship.
Peter Berg is the director, who I love, and one of the kids from Friday Night Lights. He was Taylor Kinishnik or whatever his name is
from Baywatch.
Yeah. The Wrong Missy, which is really fun with David Spade.
Super fun.
Oh, I've seen it like a dozen times.
Great raunchy comedy.
Watch it with Molly. Desperado. Antonio Banderas, come on! I haven't seen that in years.
90s Antonio Banderas movie is awesome.
That is the coolest movie.
Yep, and it's a trilogy. All the movies are good in it.
Yeah. Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Yep. Yeah. That's it. Except I want to mention one new movie that I watched, Bus Boys. Have you watched Bus Boys with David Spade and the comedian? I don't know.
We got rhythm. We got style.
What's his name? He was on Road Rules.
Is it brand new? Because
it's brand new.
I mean, I watch all. Did you have to pay for it?
I did not have to pay for it because I'm going to find it and I'm going to tell you really quick about it. I don't want to spend too much time on this.
Sure, because we all we're always about new comedies these days. We watched a comedy last night. It was a feel good comedy, and I really enjoyed it. If you want a nice, predictable feel good comedy, that was based on a true story.
Okay, hold that thought. Is on. It's rentable on Prime, but I did see it for free. I did not rent this movie.
Okay. Bus Boys.
So Bus Boys, and it's David Spade and Theo Von. Have you the comedian Theo Von? Do you ever see him? He's so funny. He's great.
Probably.
Now, David Spade. This only goes to prove that David Spade only works well in Adam Sandler movies or Happy Madison movies. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Oh, geez.
One of the worst. And
Oh, no.
what's sad about it is that David Spade and Theo Vaughn wrote this movie.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Oh my God. I mean, watch it, obviously.
Sure.
But it is so bad. The jokes hardly land. And these are funny guys.
Yeah, they
who
are.
wrote lines for themselves that just did not land.
I love David Spade.
All right. That's all I'm going to say.
That's
about
too
that.
bad because, he's done many a movie that is
Well,
still
The Wrong
funny.
Missy. It was great.
Right. I mean, it doesn't have to be a Happy Madison. The Joe Dirt, for God's sakes. That's one of the funniest movies out there.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, Sam from Shop Small with Sam chimes in with Normal on HBO.
We watch Normal.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's basically Nobody 3.
Yes.
Right. It's so good though. What
Oh,
a
that
great
was
action
a blast.
comedy.
We enjoyed the heck out
Especially
of that.
once they started firing the guns. Oh my God.
There's one problem, but I forgave it as he walked into that bank and they started shooting at him, and I'm just like, well, there was no real reason for them to do that, but that was the order.
They were on edge.
They got a great cast. Bob Odenkirk is in this. Henry Winkler's in this. Henry Winkler's awesome
He's
in this.
good. He's good in
He's
everything.
awesome in everything. I love Henry. He's the Fonz. Hey, this was a great movie about a small time sheriff that was an interim small time sheriff. He takes over as a sheriff for was it like a month in this small town
Called Normal,
and he just wants to chill, and he doesn't want to ruffle any feathers. He's
He's got a past.
right, and he's got a serious past, and he just wants to relax, and for the most part there's nothing going on in this town. He's going to take it easy. He's not handing out no tickets. He's just having fun. And then everything goes upside down, and let me tell you, when it goes upside, I'm not going to give you any information
No.
except for the fact that it goes upside down and sideways so quickly, and then you're like, where did that come from? And at the end of this movie, once again, you are very satisfied, but still a little confused at the very end. You're like, well, how did that happen? But the action, adventure, gunplay, fights, and once again, Bob Odenkirk, who you never expect to be, in an action movie, is once again in an action movie, and he is just kicking ass.
If you watch that and enjoy it and you're unfamiliar with Nobody 1 and 2, go back and watch those two.
Yep.
Second one is just as good as the first one.
It is.
And it's him as I'll give you it because it's been out for a while. He's got a past. He was like dark ops in the military, the guy you call to fix things, but he's living a normal life.
Yeah.
He's living a normal life with his family, and something sets him off and he's got to save the day.
It's funny, on the plane ride down, Dawn, I looked over and Dawn was watching that number 2 again. And I'm just like, oh man, I should have watched it at the same time. We could have had a watch party.
It's got a water park in it, by the way.
It does. No sharks.
Fits the genre.
No sharks in the water park, but there are sharks
we know of.
Yeah, true. It could just be hiding in a corner.
Deleted scenes, I think. All right, so that's it for me. Let's finish up.
I got a
with you.
handful more. What do we got for time? Just let me know.
I got to go buy a new fridge.
I know.
So,
I'm sorry.
it broke on us last night. Everything is melting, which is awesome. And we had just gone shopping, so that's
I'm
a
pretty
plus.
sure the
That's a
reason
plus.
why is because you keep taking Punky Brewster's friend and shoving Cherry into the fridge, and that's just wrong, Ray.
Well, if she wasn't in there like messing with all the buttons
Yep.
and stuff,
Yep.
we'd be fine. But I think she shut it off and broke it.
She wanted to know if the light stayed on when you closed the door, and there's only one way to find out about that. Let's see. I can roll some of these over till next week, but
That's all right.
What I do want to talk about is we're continuing watching Stuart Fails to Save the Universe.
Yeah.
It's a blast. It's a great show, and you know what it reminds me completely of? It's a BBC comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know why,
Oh, yeah,
but
that makes sense.
It just feels like I'm watching a BBC comedy when I'm watching this. It's got all your favorites from Big Bang Theory in this show in different episodes.
Everyone making
Yep.
cameos.
This is just about Stuart. He goes from multiverse to multiverse, trying to fix the multiverse, trying to find his friends, and trying to have a good life. And it's exactly what you think. They're going from, like a world that's like apocalyptic, back over to a world that is totalitarian, over to a world that has, wizards and warriors, and it just keeps going from there. It has been a fun ride. They have just renewed it for season 2,
good.
so I am very psyched about that.
I did notice that you have to pay attention to what's what and
Yeah.
who's who and which version of who is what.
Yeah, a
That's the
little
only thing. But other than that, I love it. And the girl from The Wrong Missy's in it. And she is so funny in everything she does. I forget her name, but she's up and coming.
Yeah, I never remember names. Let's go back to that comedy that we watched last night. We were just looking for a simple comedy, and I looked over and I saw, what is it? Jerry and Marge Go Large.
I love that movie.
It was great.
Bryan Cranston.
Oh, my God.
Who's the wife?
Annette Bening.
Annette Bening?
Yep.
Yeah. It's such a sweet movie.
Yep. It's got Michael McKean in it. It's got a handful of famous actors in it, and it is just it's based loosely on the true story of Bryan Cranston's character, who is a math genius. He retires from his job. He doesn't want to retire. He retires, and he wants to do stuff but there's nothing to do, and he's like, what the hell? And like his family gives him a boat, and he's like, I don't want to go fishing. And then all of a sudden he loves math. So he looks at the lottery and he finds a loophole in this one lottery game that means that he can win every time as long as he spends X amount of money. And I'm sure there was much more science to it in math than this, but he figures that out. And then they starts going on this, not a crime spree, because it is just a flaw that the lottery doesn't seem to care about. And he goes and he buys so many tickets, and then he wins X amount of dollars. He tells his wife's like, I am all in. Let's do this.
Yeah.
They make more money. They tell the town about it. The town, which is in disrepair at the time, and they managed to build so much money that they repair and rebuild the entire downtown and reinvigorate the entire town and people and relationships, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
This is like a super feel good movie. Then you bring in the jerk from Harvard that wants to take it all away from him, and I'll tell you what, there are some scenes in the actual trailer that don't happen in the movie, and where it's actually a lot darker.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, wow, I can't believe they said that, but it doesn't happen in the movie, so don't worry about it if you watch the trailer.
I was waiting for it to take a negative turn, like most movies do, right? But it didn't.
No.
It really didn't.
Nope. Feel good movie.
Yeah.
From beginning to end. It starts off just like a frustrating movie, and then it turns into feel good, feel better, feel great.
We need more movies like
Yes.
that.
The only thing it was missing was Steely Dan. That's about it. Dwight Schrute was in it too. He was great. From The Office.
Love it.
So that was great, man. I got more stuff, but we can wait.
You want to wait?
Yeah, I can wait till next week. I got so much to talk about.
One more. Lanterns?
I was just going to say, unless you want to talk
Well,
about
we can talk about Lanterns because we just watched it last night.
First episode of the series. A very cool, very true detective meets superheroes. It's
A lot of F-bombs. It's rated R.
A lot of DC stuff now in general, especially when it's streaming, is rated R now.
Yeah.
The Titans show, that's super rated R. What was it? Doom Patrol, that's rated R. The cartoons are mostly rated R now.
I thought you were still going.
Yes.
I love Kyle Chandler from, do you remember, was it Daily Edition, Early Edition, where he got the newspaper for the next day? So he knew the future.
Yes, I do remember that.
Also, the coach in Friday Night Lights.
Yep.
But I love him, and he is great in this.
Yes.
And I love the fact, and they do address this in the first episode, this isn't a superhero movie with spandex.
Right.
He's just in his regular clothes doing his lantern stuff.
This is all about Hal Jordan. He is on Earth. He is supposedly training Jon Stewart as the new Lantern for Earth. And that's
not Jon Stewart from The Daily Show.
No. There's a lot of Jon Stewarts out there. But Jon Stewart is the new recruit. He's going to be. Hal Jordan doesn't want to retire. This is just like this is margin large.
But he's not fighting teaching this kid. Nope. That's what I like about it. It could be like they saddled me with this young kid and I don't want to, I'm too old for this. He accepts it and he's like, he's my trainee.
Yep. And you can tell that he's been doing this Hal's been doing this since 1996. That's when he started. Then it fast forward to 2016 and it fast forwards to 2026. And all the while, when it fast forwards to 2016, it goes to this immediate case which they're on. So you got Hal Jordan, who is the Earth sector, whatever, Green Lantern. You've got his trainee, who is Jon Stewart, and there's aliens that show up in this small town that he's been watching for a while, and he's training Jon Stewart, and he wants him to be, the best he can possibly be. There's only one ring that between the two of them, which I think is funny. But
isn't that lore that there's only one ring per planet or whatever?
Yeah. So basically, he is training him, and now they're trying to figure out a case of aliens and murder.
And when will Guy pop up? Because from what I understand, he is a big part of this. Well, maybe not a big part.
I don't know if he's
but
a
he
big
is.
part, but Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, who you saw in the Superman movie, he will definitely be in this show as well.
Which almost seems too comedic for the tone of this show.
I know, and I think that's going to be the little comedy extra that you get. I'm hoping that they play him serious, because if they do play him serious, that'll be a good stretch.
How do you play him serious with that hair?
I know. and if, for everyone out there, Guy Gardner has this wicked bowl cut. He's just this wicked ass, and he's that guy. He's the jerk, but he's really good at what he does. That's why he is the Green Lantern of Earth in at least 2026 when we saw him in Superman.
So something in the first episode leads you to believe that Guy is around, because you're wondering, well, wait a minute. If this is in the same universe as Superman, how is Guy there and Hal? But you'll find out when you watch the episode. But I love the tone of the show.
Yeah.
And I love the grittiness of the show.
Yep.
I love that it's a detective show, even though it's based around aliens and superheroes.
DC really knows how to get that dark angle. And that's what I like. Marvel's usually the more upbeat stuff, and DC's the more grim and gritty. And it works for them. So I want them to keep that going.
All right, buddy. Anything else?
That's about it. Today is New Comic Day at the Chicken. There's going to be lots of good stuff to come down and check out. Stop by, see how my trip was at Jamaica. Just hang out and shoot the
breeze.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And have a good time with me. It was fantastic seeing you again after 2 weeks, Ray. This was just amazing.
Well, I saw you Friday.
I know.
I know.
I meant here
in this capacity. Yes. All right, everyone. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I love you all.
Rock and roll.
It's Joe Walsh on radio.